Well, meanwhile, the governor made a stop in the Wabash Valley today. The visit is days after several high-profile Republicans called on him to run for president. News 10's Joe Ostrowski has Daniel's response and what experts say about the decision ahead of him.
Meeting with constituents and crisscrossing the state, all in the job description for a governor like Mitch Daniels. But for months now, Daniels has faced calls from national Republican leaders to run for another office, U.S. president. Daniels says he still hasn't decided whether to answer those calls.
I'm not being, coy about it. We're going to decide pretty soon, and I owe people an answer. And
political science experts say the governor's decision is tougher than it might seem.
It's a huge personal commitment. It's a difficult thing for any family. It's not just the candidate that goes through this, it's the entire family that goes through that.
While family might be a big concern, it's not the only one. A candidate also has to decide whether he or she can win. Professor Terrence Casey says that's tough to predict, especially for Daniels. On one hand, he says, the governor hasn't focused on social issues like gay rights, which could hurt him among more conservative voters. But with a growing federal debt, that might not matter.
We have a fiscal situation where neither side seems to be able to come to an agreement on it, and that sense of having sort of the mature, staid candidate who can come in and deal with that makes him appealing in a way that he might not be in another election.
As to when he'll decide on this election, Daniels says he'll make an announcement in 2 or 3 weeks. In Terre Haute with photojournalists John Tim and Mike Latta, Joe Ostrowski, News 10.
So far, a handful of other Republicans have already committed to run for president.
On the Democratic side, of course, President Obama says he is running for re-election.